Hello everyone, my name's Gain and welcome back to more Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel. Last time we made our way to Legram, did side quest, just kind of explored a bit really. Hey, we also got to do our duel with Laura's father herself and got absolutely slammed. But it was fun. This time, we are going to first start by doing some side quests, and apparently we've even got to do a hidden quest. I think, yep, this one. This NPC.
Hey there, Cindy. What brings you here? Oh, good day. You wouldn't happen to have seen Toval today, would you? I did, but I'm afraid he's currently out of town attending to some business. I see.
Do you need something from the guild?
It's nothing too important. Well, Toval did leave us in charge of the guild for today. Oh yeah, and we're right here, so just ask us if you need anything. That's right. Helping others is what the guild does, and that's what we're here for too. Hey, Laura, I can't simply ask you to give up your time for my sake. But if you insist, then I suppose. I happen to be looking for some luminous grass, you see.
Oh? I can't recall ever hearing of such a plant before. I assume it's well known here in Legram?
That's right. It's a rare flower that grows in the surrounding countryside. It has the unusual trait of blooming only on sunny days, and only when the previous day was foggy. That certainly is unusual.
I guess that'd make it today an ideal day to go get some, huh?
That's right. That's why I made my way to the guild to ask Toval to find some for me, but as you just informed me, he isn't in today. I can't really go out to the highway on my own because of the monsters though, so I'm at a loss of what to do. So would you be willing to go and gather some for me instead?
But of course. Leave it to us.
Really? Thank you so much. I have a pretty good idea as to why you might want it, but allow me to ask. I assume you're planning to make a charm, right? That's correct. A charm? In Legram, when someone you hold dear embarks on a long journey, it's a tradition to make a charm for them. Then you give it to that person to take with them, and it's supposed to bring them good luck.
Well, I never heard of any traditions like that.
It's a custom that stretches all the way back to the Middle Ages. It's said it began when people offered charms to members of the Eisenritter as they left for distant battlefields. Fascinating. So how's the luminous grass used to make these charms then? Well, the traditional way has you place one of its petals within the charm itself. Because of how the flowers bloom, people believe they had the power to clear away fog. And because of that, the flower came to symbolize victory over chaos. Wow, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a really cool charm. Have you ever been given one, Laura?
I have, actually. Cindy gave me one right before I left for Thor's. Saria and Chloe both gave me one too. I keep them in my desk at the academy. When I look at them, it always makes me feel a little closer to home. They're some of my most prized treasures. Aw. I'm so pleased to hear you say that. She really does care for Laura, doesn't she?
I think we can safely assume so. Back to the luminous grass, though. What exactly does it look like?
It's the only flower with white petals that grows around here, so that'll be the easiest way to find it. It may be rare, but we should be able to find one if we search the Apple Highway. I've heard they're found more frequently at higher elevations, particularly near steep cliffs and the like.
Well, with that much information, we ought to be able to find one.
Let's start the search while we still have plenty of daylight. Yeah, time for flower power. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Charm of the Eisenritter. Alright. Now, okay, real quick. It sounds like the guide's telling me to walk down this path. Hi there. Catch the most elusive fish.
This monster seems dangerous. Be careful.
We're not dealing with it, not yet. Aha! White flowers.
Oh my, what pretty flowers.
They look so clean and white. Are these luminous grass?
They are.
You can still see beads of dew clinging to them. The sunlight shining through the droplets makes the flowers shine.
They're so shiny! Here, allow me. Alright, we should take this back to Cindy at once.
Right, let's not waste time. Move, move, move!
This is bad.
That counts as an enemy advantage? You know what? We need to see what this looks like anyways, because this is upgraded variant.
Making it long.
Does it look any different? It does seem like there's more force behind the attacks, I feel. Though that could just be me. The animation itself also feels faster somehow.
That one looks tough.
Okie dokie. Whew. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Hello. I have your grass.
Welcome back, Lady Laura. I think you managed to find some luminous grass. That we did. Here you go. Thank you so much. And all that's left is to make sure the petals don't wither away. I see you're wasting no time. You have a special man in mind, don't you? I hope he returns your feelings. Please don't misunderstand, Lady Laura. I might be making it for a man, but there's no special meaning or underlying feelings there. I'm just doing this as a way to offer my thanks to him.
Your thanks?
May I ask what it is you're thanking him for? Well, you see, Sari and I were out on the highway not too long ago. But somehow we ended up quite a distance from the road lamps.
And it was just the two of you out there alone. It seems awfully dangerous.
It was. As you might imagine, we were beset by monsters. However, one of the disciples of the Arside School happened to be passing by and saved us from our predicament. He escorted us both back to town, but as soon as we returned, he left for the training hall to resume his practice. So in the end, we didn't really have a chance to thank him properly. Sounds like a pretty cool guy. I like how he departed so gallantly at the end, too. True, it was all very dashing, but still, I did feel terrible about not being able to thank him for his selfless deeds. Soon after, I learned that the disciples of the Arside School all one day leave Legram to return to their homes. So you decided to make a charm for him. Your heart's in the right place, and your intentions are noble. I'm sure a disciple of the school would be more than happy to receive what we call the charm of promised victory. Yes, that's exactly it. You understand now, Lady Laura? I'm deeply grateful to him, but you'll forever be the only one in my heart. Yes, I think I understand what you're saying perfectly.
Do you really think she has no feelings for him, though? Not even a little bit?
Megan's heart holds many noble secrets. Oh, yes, that reminds me. I have to properly thank you for your help, so please take this.
Very brooch.
Did you make this yourself? I did. It's not the same kind of charm, but I put my heart into making it all the same. I wasn't able to make one for everyone, but I hope it'll come in handy on your journey. Oh, this is pretty cute.
Thank you very much. Charm of the Eisenritter. Next up, we have another one. Another quest. Go to the inn. You. Oh, hello there, everyone. Have you come along after seeing the request I sent to Doble?
That's right.
You're in search of some sort of elusive fish, correct? I am. I feel like I should apologize for asking you guys to help me with a personal request, but are you up to it? If you are, I can share the details with you all right now. Let's do it. You're in luck. Our schedule just happens to have an opening. Thank you very much. Just like the request mentioned, I want you guys to seek out a certain elusive fish for me. It's a peculiar variety of salmon known as gold salmon. Just like the name says, its body has a golden glow, not unlike the look of Goldia itself.
That must be an exquisite fish.
It sounds rather garnish, honestly, but I'd have to see it to judge for myself.
Have you ever seen this fish before, Wyber?
Unfortunately, all I know are what I've heard from rumors. Bam, who's usually fishing at the back of the inn, is actually the one who told me about it. Its golden color isn't its only distinctive trait either, he said. He mentioned that its flavor is to die for, too.
Oh, now you got my attention.
I'm afraid I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in the taste myself. That's certainly understandable. After hearing so much about it, I want nothing more than to try it. I've been bugging Toval about it for a while now. Oh. And now it seems like, thanks to you, I might finally get my chance to try it. Fishing, huh? I guess bracers even take on jobs like this. Don't even start.
Since this fish is so elusive, though, what are the chances we could even catch one before the day's end? It does seem to be the most obvious issue here. Is it even possible to catch this like in Lake Ebble?
Doesn't seem so, unfortunately.
Ben mentioned that he did catch several of them here at one point. He hasn't found one on the end of his line for several decades now. It doesn't exactly inspire confidence, you know.
How do we go about catching it then? And where?
Well, I've actually received some promising info from Toval that put me back on the trail. He claims he's seen a golden sparkle in a river along the highway several times now. All the sparkle signs have been in different locations, though.
Well, at least that narrows our search to a river.
True. It'll be much easier than trying to search the lake it would be. Might be able to find it then. I know it won't be easy, but I'd be pleased as punch if you did catch one. Now that I think of it, do you have the right tools for the job? Sure do. Brought my rod with me. Will this work? Let's see what you got there.
Here you go.
My word, this is a Lake Lore Company's highest grade fishing rod. The gold stem is supposedly quite a hefty fish, but with catching it it should be no issue with this. You must have fishing in your blood if you have a rod this nice.
Thanks.
Allow us to make our way then.
Yeah, let's go. I wonder if that means you wouldn't be able to do this side quest if you hadn't fished enough to get the rod that I have right now.
Anyways, we're going back to the, Oh, the guide actually... Okay, that makes more sense then. Remember that girl we saw on the bridge on our way over to the other side quest?
A shiny golden glow. I simply can't wait to catch it.
Yeah, seems like a good spot to fish, but I wasn't expecting someone to be here already.
He seems to be an ordinary civilian, and a noble, at that. I'm surprised she strayed this far from town.
Should we try talking to her?
Yeah, might as well. Excuse me, can we talk to you for a moment?
Who are you? Wait, I recognize you. You're that military academy student who saved me in my hour of need several months ago.
Oh yeah, I think we did meet once before.
Oh, so you know her?
Yeah, we ran into her while we were out in Celtic on our very first field study.
Now I remember. One of our tasks involved delivering a lost wallet to its owner.
Oh,
It just so happened that the wallet belonged to this lady in front of us.
you're right. I forgot about you. I see.
I'm very grateful for what you did for me. Sadly, that wallet has become rather lighter since you returned it to me.
Oh.
Might we ask what brings you out here? I would have thought that it was obvious. I was trying to catch my dinner, of course. Some may think of fishing as a leisurely hobby, but I would beg to differ. It's proven to be an essential survival skill.
I see. I don't remember her being anything like this last time. So what inspired you to come this far out of town to fish? You could have just sat on a dock in Legram, right?
She could have, yes. Legram is conveniently situated right on the shores of Lake Ebble, after all. Surely it wasn't necessary to brave the dangers of the highway to come out this far just to fish. That's where you're wrong, I'm afraid. A first-class angler needs a first-class spot. Easy fishing on the shores of a peaceful lake just wouldn't satisfy me.
What is it with this woman?
She's certainly a unique individual. Sounds like you're after something special, if I had to guess. Indeed, I am. I come here seeking the elusive golden salmon. I've heard tales of it from a gentleman in the ground by the name of Bevan. He also informed me that it cannot be found in Lake Ebble, which led me to this spot. And sure enough, long ago, I finally caught a glimpse of a golden glimmer beneath the water surface here.
A golden glimmer. Sounds a lot like what Toval said he saw too. Looks like this must be the spot then.
I should have known that you would be searching for it too. Very well then, let's compete to see who can catch a gold salmon first.
It's not really what I had in mind when we came out here. Last night, we seemed to have found our location. Sure enough, let's get fishing.
This looks like a nice spot. Now that's a
That was
catch.
easy. That was insanely easy.
Impossible. You caught a gold salmon before me. How can this happen?
Now you're making me feel kind of bad about it.
Still, thank you very much for telling us about the golden glimmer you saw. We may not have thought to fish here if not for your guidance. Fair play is a necessary element in any competition. Think nothing of it. Besides, I simply paid the price for underestimating you. It was my fault that I lost. I thought my experiences over the past several months had strengthened me, but it seems I still have room to improve. And improve I shall, until one day I'm known across the land as the finest angler in all of Erebonia. Well then, I bid you a good day.
Yeah, more power to you. Bye. I swear, if across the Cold Steel games, I swear God, she is gonna end up becoming a master angler, isn't she? Anyways, are you? Oh, she's dusting it. I thought she was hammering. I thought that NPC was just hammering the building. I was so confused. Hey there, everyone. Nice to see me, or is that the legendary gold salmon you have there? Buying all the odds, it actually is. Here you go. Here you go. My, it's so beautiful. I really can't thank you enough. It's even more splendid than in Bem's Tall Tales. I can see why people liken its appearance to Goldia, too.
So, when you gonna cook it for us?
Really now? I see you're just as curious about the taste as I am. Naturally, I have every intention of sharing the taste of this triumphant catch with all of you. That's right to bring out the finest flavor, river fish tend to be best suited to grilling, so just wait a few minutes while I fire up the grill. Kind of looking forward to this now.
And to think, we got some food from one of our morning tasks, too. It feels like we've just been stuffing our faces today.
Hey, or so it was. With forks held high, they all dug in and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. It was disgusting. It'd been funny. Well then, what do you guys think? Where do we even start? Well, the amount of fat was just perfect. Sublime, even.
Agreed. I never would have imagined it would taste this exquisite. I'm glad to see my earlier skepticism was wholly unwarranted. It's hard to believe this was just grilled.
Yeah, I didn't even think you could get a fish this tasty.
Glad you all liked it. Even I was surprised at how delicious it was. It just melts in your mouth. I feel like it's my duty to share it with the rest of town now. Looks like I have to put in an ARC request with Tobal.
I'm sure he'll gladly accept.
Yeah, once he hears about how good it is, he'd be crazy to turn down the opportunity. You said it. Also, I want to thank you again for all your help. Unfortunately, all I can offer is a start from the store, but please, take it. Works for me. Wish you all the best with the rest of your field study.
Thank you. Good day, then.
Alright. It seems that is all that we can do, and I think that might be all the side quests for this chapter as well, potentially. Yeah, looking at this guide, it looks like that might be the last chapter. Or, sorry, not that. This is the last side quest for this chapter. Not for the game, just for the chapter. I don't think, at least. Anyways, the point is, what I'm trying to say is, it's story time! After you return to the guild to file your reports, the time of day will advance to evening and the main story will proceed. Let me just make sure, is there anything else? Nope. It says to just go straight to the Bracer Guild. Return to guild. Thus, the members of Group A brought their fruitful day of work to an end. And following the instructions Toval left for them, they began to the not quite as exciting process of filing the paperwork. This sucks. Milliam's dead.
Oh, are you finished?
Yeah, we just finished getting everything sorted out.
Goodness, that was exhausting.
That little brat. She could at least try and help instead of lying around like a house cat.
I can't say I'm surprised. I know she's used to spending this long on such exciting tasks. Oh well, we're almost finished.
Alright then. Still, really goes to show how top-rate Toval is. He fills a lot of requests on his own. Still has time to handle all the day-to-day realities of running a guild branch.
Indeed. It's even more impressive when you consider that he finds time to visit other regions of the country as well. His mobility and knack for solving problems are exactly what one would expect from a bracer. The guild may be enforced out of the country, but he's still out there trying to help as many people as he can. Even when we were in Brayheart, he came to our aid. And if you look at all these records, it's clear that people really trust him and rely on him for help.
It's very true, but... Guys? Is something the matter? Nah, I was just thinking. If bracers play an essential role to the people of other countries, are they not just as essential to Erebonians? Yeah,
Well,
you may be right. Not just because they help maintain public order and provide other services. That ideal prioritizing the protection of civilians above all else is pretty noble. It's something people admire.
That's certainly true. In many ways, it's that form of nobility that's beginning to fall by the wayside within Erebonia as aristocracy. I'm not sure the issue is as black and white as you'd have it.
Really? The guild is an organization first and foremost, and one based far too much on idealism, and far too little on practicality. Donations and public funding can only go so far in covering its operating costs. It's no stretch at all to say that with the empire as it is now, the guild's removal was inevitable. And that's what my brother said when we discussed this.
Useless.
Looks like his brother's weighing on his mind. I suppose it's another way to look at it.
I have to admit, it sounds rather cold and dismissive. But it does carry more weight coming from Rufus Alberea.
Emma, you're so big
What?
and soft.
What are you dreaming about?
Millium?
Look at that. She doesn't even have to be awake to be an irritant. Anyway,
It shouldn't take too much longer to finish filing the rest of the reports. We should focus on getting everything done and returning to the mansion.
sounds good to me. What?
Excuse me, is anyone here?
Hello?
Oh, you're the girl who works at Watea's store, aren't you?
Sorry, a second.
Oh, Lady Laura, is Toval here by any chance?
I'm afraid Toval's out of town on business at the moment. Is something the matter?
They haven't come home. Julie and Carno still haven't come back home from the castle.
Huh?
Wait, you don't mean... Those two go to Lohengrin Castle? Surely you don't mean to suggest they took a boat without any supervision?
I'm afraid so. They said something about going on an adventure, then they took one of the boats without even asking. It's evening now and they still haven't come back.
Sounds like a serious problem. Yeah, I'm right when Toval's away from the guild too. We'll still have to do whatever we can to help out. I agree. We can't just stand around and hope they'll come back.
If we're to search the lake, we'll need a boat ourselves. I'll have Klaus prepare one for us at once. While you do that, I'll wake up Millie and we'll have an hour look around the town to see if we can find them.
Splitting up a search in the town does seem to be the best course of action.
Thank you.
Rest assured, we'll do all that we can to find them.
Great. And this is going to be what actually caused us to go to the castle, isn't it? Search from top to bottom, but no sign of the missing children. By the time other residents became aware of what was happening, evening had given way to night. We're definitely going to Lohengrin now. Which kind of worries me, because Emma said we kind of, they wanted to push us in the direction of Lohengrin. Well, I think it's safe to say the boys aren't in town. Looks like they really did head out toward the castle in a boat. The lake's been calm and there's no sign of a boat on the water, so at least it's unlikely they capsized.
Guess that leaves the castle then, right?
Lohengrin Castle was once the stronghold of the Eisenritter, and while the Arside family is still its stewards, it's rare that anyone ventures inside. Nothing terrible has happened to them. Their parents are really worried too. I've asked them to stay at home and wait for us to contact them, but...
At this point, all we can do is venture into the castle and see what we find. We have the use of a boat now, do we not?
We do. A couple students from the Arside school are preparing an orbital boat for us as we speak. It does worry me that it's started to grow misty again, though.
Well, let's head down to the wharf. Let's make sure all of our equipment is stored up. We have everything we need just in case. Right, let's hurry. So, the guide actually gives me a recommendation here that I do think I want to follow, because I have not really dealt with this much yet. Remember how there's that new status effect that was introduced in this game that the other games didn't have? You know, Nightmare? Apparently, the guide's telling me that it recommends getting some nightmare prevention gear. Which, considering how terrifying of a status ailment Nightmare sounds, I really feel like I should be following that advice. So where can I get me some nightmare How many nightmare prevention items do I actually currently have? Emma, why do you not have any... What? How long have you not had equipment for? Okay, you can have the green pendulum. That covers you. We'll also give you prevent mute, I guess. You've already got Evergreen, which prevents Nightmare. We'll give you something to prevent. We'll give you the energy. I thought that said energy banana, and I got very confused. I don't think we have any more accessories to prevent Nightmare. There's gotta be one I can probably buy. Yep, the green... Okay. Is there a cheaper one? Probably not. Well, I won't deny that it'll be helpful to have something more, but... I do kind of wish it was a little less on the expensive end. I'll get one more because in the situation where we need to actually like swap, I just remembered that I haven't upgraded everybody's weapons yet. Oh dear. That's a painful realization. Oops. Yeah, that's all I got to say to that. Oops. Change of plans. I want to see if any food items sell for like high amounts. Globby fat sells for a decent chunk, and I don't really cook all that often, so... I'm not selling all of it. If I have 99 of something, I'll sell like 21 of it. Do I really need 5 attack ones? I know I can like fuse them together using the other thing, but... Oh dear. I'm not gonna have the money to upgrade everybody. Well, I should probably just focus on upgrading the people who are gonna be in the immediate party then. Which include... you... you... bruh. There's gotta be more I can do to sell. I doubt that... I'm assuming that anything we find in here that's not equipped is something we can just go ahead and sell at this point. We're close to the end of the game as it is. I think we'll be fine. Future me can deal with the consequences of my actions later. Increase in range, causing faint. Causing faint. So yeah, unfortunately Eustace and Gaius are not going to have anything to like help out here. Or like upgrade stuff, I mean, say. Anyways, I think we'll be fine. I'm probably just going to use this team that I have anyways, as is. But yeah, I think we'll be okay. Alright, where are we headed? To the boat. Let's go. Let's go.
I see the orbital boat has been prepared.
Lady. Yeah, we just finished getting it ready for your departure.
So this is an orbital boat, huh? That's kind of fun.
This hardly seems like the time to be getting excited for a boat ride. I've operated orbital boats before, so I'll steer us to our destination.
Alright, we'll leave it to you then. Lady, please wait. I still feel that we ought to be the ones going out and searching. You shouldn't have to trouble yourself with matters like these.
I appreciate your concern, but as the Viscount's daughter, I feel this is part of my duties to prepare to the people of Legram. It also happens to fall under the scope of our field study.
Can't deny that.
We'll do all that we can to support her. You needn't worry.
Very well. I thought there was anything more I can say to get you to change your mind. The last patrol of the castle was just a few days ago, and there was no sign of anything unusual then. It shouldn't be that dangerous. Really? The wind blowing from the direction of the castle does feel purer.
It said the castle's atmosphere is cold and clear due to its connections with St. Sandlot and the Eisenritter. It's highly uncommon for monsters to settle there, so the children are most likely safe. Although it's impossible to rule out that an accident may have befallen them.
Either way, we need to get over there and find them as soon as possible.
Indeed, we should depart at once. Is everyone ready to depart?
You'll be unable to return. Depart. Ready when you are. Please take care, my lady. I and the other students will be awaiting your safe return.
Thank you. I promise that whatever's out there, we'll take care of it.
Okay, let's get the show moving.
For some reason, the boat looked a lot smaller.
What do you think's waiting for us inside that castle?
So, you passed out on the couch the moment we were sent to the guild, but now you're simply popping with energy. William, you know this isn't a game, right?
I know. As long as Slimy's with us, there's nothing to worry about. Let's grab those kids so we can go exploring.
Milliam. She doesn't seem nervous in the slightest.
Belle? Not good! Wait, no! Did you guys just hear a bell? Yeah, came from the direction of the castle. Oh god, don't tell me it's the same bells that were in Crossbell.
Well, Lohengrin does have a bell tower. As far as I was aware, access to it had been sealed off.
Then who's ringing it?
Bell tolling at night in the old stronghold of the Eisenritter. We best be prepared for anything. We're almost there. Let's make sure we're prepared before we head ashore. Well, here we are. Hey, do you think that's the boat the children took? I'm worried.
I can't imagine who else it would be. At least they appear to have reached the castle safely.
Then it's safe to assume they went inside as well.
It's well past sundown now. We need to find them as soon as we can.
Looks like that path will take us up the cliff.
Right. That path will take us to the castle entrance. Mind your footing, though. The night is dark and the trail uneven.
It can't... Is it possible it's the same kind of bell that was in Crossbell? It's causing the tower to or the castle to glow. Is it the same kind of bell that was in Crossbell that makes all the demons appear? Does Erebonia have its own version of that stuff?
Yeah,
My turn.
my
Go.
turn.
So this is St. Sandlot's old stronghold, Lohengrin Castle.
This is the first time I've come here at night. Be careful of your footing.
Oh no. It's gotta be the same kind of bell, isn't it?
Whoa, what's that?
Something strange about the castle.
Is that glow just the moonlight?
No. There are demons here, aren't there? Or fiends. The bell's summoning fiends, just like in Crossbell. Wait. Is that why Ouroboros was in Crossbell then? The entire point of Ouroboros being in Crossbell was so that they could test stuff for the true plan to take place in Erebonia. Were the bells that across Crossbell part of that? They knew that there would be bells in Erebonia that would have similar, if not the exact same effects? Yeah, something's really wrong here. It almost looks like a barrier almost, but I mean, it's not. At least I hope not. What an imposing structure. Lohengrin Castle.
So this is Lohengrin Castle.
I've actually been saying it right. Nice.
The ancient stronghold of St. Sandlot, gathering place of the warriors of old. It looks even more beautiful up close.
Yeah, it's glowing.
Yeah, but what's up with that weird glow?
I've been here several times before, but I've never seen it like this.
I can sense a very strange wind blowing from within.
Higher elements.
It doesn't feel like monsters, though.
I can feel it too, like something is writhing around inside.
I don't like that. Why?
Wait, what kind of something?
Now you're getting scared?
I feared as much. I can definitely sense the presence of the dead.
Yep.
Emma?
Are you part of the church? I swear to God. Wait. You're not part of the Gralsritter, are you, Emma? Hang on. I just realized there's actually a chance that's possible. I feel like there's a chance you could actually be part of the Gralsritter. Maybe not one of the actual, like, big ones like Kevin or Wazzy. But I can believe that you're probably something like Reese, where you're like an assistant. Like a budding assistant to the Gralsritter.
I'm alright, but we're going to need to tread carefully.
Actually, assuming that certain things might make sense then, her weird abilities could actually make sense if she is part of the Septian Church's like Gralsritter stuff.
Right. There's no telling what may happen when we venture inside. We should make certain we're ready before entering.
Let's go. Let's go in. Lohengrin Castle, the next dungeon. Wow, it's beautiful, but very ethereal feeling, I feel. Why the door close? Open!
It won't budge.
Open!
Did the door just seal itself shut on its own?
You stupid door!
Break it!
Lammy! Bust it open!
I don't think that thing's budging. No!
Well, that was unexpected.
Yep.
No!
So not even Air Getlam can break us out of here?
It appears that there's a barrier in place.
Why do you know this? I think you
What
need...
kind of barrier? Are you talking about that strange symbol that appeared on the door for a moment?
How would you know something like that, Emma?
Well, I've always had a pretty strong sixth sense about these kinds of things, so sometimes I can sense things that aren't visible to the naked eye. Sixth sense?
Fascinating.
Come to think of it, this isn't the first time you've reacted strangely to unusual phenomena.
Eustace has a point.
I've heard that people from the church can make use of some strange powers.
There we go. Wait! Are you using... That's it, isn't it? You're using thaumaturgy. That's what all the weird powers you've been using is, isn't it? It's similar to the powers that Kevin and Wazzy can use.
So are you a sister of the church or something?
Kind of the opposite.
What? Unless that's how you describe the
you got
Gralsritter.
me. I've always been a big supporter of the church.
You're definitely part of the church. In some fashion.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
You're not the best at hiding your secrets.
Emma, just who are you?
Well, we can worry about that later. Let's deal with the bell.
What's that sound?
It's the bell we heard earlier.
It's likely the same
Something's
kind of...
approaching to the left and the right.
Eh? Yep, here we go, fiends. Oh god, the skulls have returned and they've changed their look.
Monsters, is it?
No. These are no ordinary beasts.
They now have horns.
But we're going to have to fight them all the same.
The skulls have returned.
My turn.
Shadow Spirit. Let's go. And sure enough, higher elements. An eerie spirit that lacks a solid body gives those who hear it nightmares, causing them to lose their sanity.
Okay.
Nice. Punch it.
Of course. Here I go.
Strike.
Well, that's that.
Looks like we beat them.
Milliam, are you scared of ghosts?
Are you all right, Milliam? What were those things?
Mysterious spirits. Though perhaps it would be more appropriate to call them fiends. Either way, they were no ordinary opponents.
The higher elements seem to be present here as well,
I can't punch things with Lami here.
and I suspect that's true of the whole castle.
Yeah, it did feel that way, though I'm still not sure what the ringing bell from earlier has to do with anything.
Again, it's gotta be similar to the bells from the from the Moon Temple, the Sun Fort, and the Stargazer's Tower and Crossbell.
This place seems to be even more dangerous than we could have anticipated. And as long as that barrier remains in place, so will we. We're going to need to search for a way out.
Okay, Emma. Looks like we're going to need to rely on this sixth sense of yours in order to navigate this castle safely.
I don't know why I hadn't even thought of it, but you probably are related to, like, the Gralshritter or something.
You don't have to tell us anything if you're not comfortable. Right now, our safety is in your hands. Can we count on you?
Yes, of course.
All right. Then time is of the essence. With fiends like those roaming the castle, I'm even more worried about the children.
Yeah?
True. We should start looking right away.
We're going already!
Yes.
Can't we rest here a little longer?
No.
Those fiends scared the strength right out of your legs?
Yeah.
No! That's totally not it!
Then stand up.
You're more than welcome to stay here and wait.
I love Eustace just now being the one to
Whoa,
screw.
waiting by myself would be even worse!
All right, let's see what we can find.
Right.
Emma can now use the S-Craft Lord Albarian. So we finally have every character's S-Craft. Emma gaining hers. Lord Albarian. Magic attack all. Turns all to dust with the light of mighty towers. That sounds terrifying. I love it. There are living swords here. Excuse you. I don't know how that sounded, to be honest with you.
Go!
Wandering swords. Got him. That was super. Scepter level 5. Hang on, this is the max level. Crystal Flood, 90% chance from attacks and crafts, 50% chance from offensive arts, and increases obtained experience. Oh heck yeah! Increasing and giving me more experience. Reen's about to become godlike. You know how I feel about over leveling in games. I love it.
Okay.
I can't wait for Reen to be 10 levels above everybody else. Here we go. Still though, this area is really cool. But again, I'm also terrified of it because, well, these areas have a history in this series at this point. Wandering armor.
Of course.
If these are the same wandering armors that appear in, like, Stargazer Tower, then they're a lot smaller. But I think they're different.
You should keep going.
I feel like I'm...
Left wing. Gotcha.
Okay, let's smash him!
I want to see what this looks like. Lord Albarian. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's just the freaking Galleon Tower from Asuran Zero, but like on crack.
Lord Albarian!
It's basically the Galleon Tower move, but on crack. Why is Saline there? Why is the cat with you?
Let's keep going!
I'm just getting started.
Savage Fang, skewers area medium, movement and movement minus 50% and delay. Okay. Skewers foes with great force. Interesting.
This castle has no shortage of strange foes. Perhaps they really are
Don't say it!
I love that Eustace is now getting to screw with Millium. Ignore the fact that I almost forgot her name.
My turn. Okay.
That was easy. I love that Eustace is just intentionally screwing with her.
Look, there's something over there.
Seems to be some kind of pedestal. There's also a giant door that I guarantee is about to open and summon some sort of giant demon. This is funny looking. There's some sort of orb sitting on it.
I suspect this orb has the power to disable a barrier.
So we can use it to leave the castle.
I don't think so. Orbs like this function a bit like keys. Each only has the power to dispel its corresponding barrier. And I don't think this one is the one that goes with the barrier on the front door of the castle. Regardless, it seems we'll need to take it with us if we want to advance.
Yellow orb. Okay, now we should be able to access another area of the castle. You know, there's something else here I'm curious about. The door that reminds you... Yep. It's the same symbol. It's the same... Why is this area have the exact same kind of patterns that the old schoolhouse has? Wait, hang on. The entire structure is like the old schoolhouse, I just realized, except on a lot grander of a scale.
Wow, that's one huge door.
I've had my eye on it ever since we entered this room. Doesn't it look more than a little similar to the door on the 4th floor of the old schoolhouse? Right. Looks a lot like the red door that giant armor was hidden behind.
I saw him visit the castle, so I'm afraid there's not much I can tell you.
There's always the possibility that the children might have gone inside. You should check it just to be sure. Alright. Hello? It doesn't seem like it wants to open. It seems as steadfast as the wall around it, if not more so.
That's true. I can't see any signs that the children might have gone inside either.
We should probably move on and check somewhere else then. Makes you wonder though, how did a door like this come to be in Lohengrin Castle to begin with? Even the patterns on it are like the ones on the door at this old schoolhouse. Odd as it might seem, maybe they are connected somehow. We did theorize that the old schoolhouse may be connected to Emperor Dreikl's in some way.
Saint Sunlight was Dreikl's foremost ally, and on close terms with him even before he became the Emperor. It's not impossible that there may be a connection there.
Well, whatever secrets this door may hold, it's a dead end right now. We should turn around and look elsewhere.
Let's retrace our steps to the entrance hall of the castle. There should be a barrier somewhere that we can use this orb to disable.
Let's be on our way then. Of course I saw that. Don't even try me.
Is that a treasure chest?
Lunar robe. That's a lot of ADF. I guess, yeah, I'll give it to you. The only other option I would have given it to would be Laura, but we have Reen in the party at all times, so... Cut the door open.
Let's get started.
My turn.
You are stunned.
My turn.
My turn. It's
Oh,
my
yeah, you guys have too many turns of paralysis, I just realized.
My turn. Okay. The battle's over.
Might as well use this. Fire Sepith. Orb. Ponder it. Thank you. Orb successfully pondered.
Well, that should have disabled the barrier here.
What an unusual mechanism. This castle seems to have an abundant supply of unusual things, to say nothing of those ghostly fiends prowling around.
Use this! Don't say the G word!
Well, at least we should be able to push farther into the castle now. There may be similar mechanisms elsewhere in the castle, so keep an eye out, everyone. Look for more orbs to pondereth.
Bring it on. My turn.
I keep forgetting how hard it is to actually
It's my turn.
do any kind of freaking whatchamacallit. I can't like get far away for strikes. A sword doesn't lend itself well to getting far away for strikes. That is a wolf.
Now's a chance. What's my turn?
Dark Canine.
Okay.
Right.
Might.
Go.
Yeah.
Of course. Evil will fall.
EP charge 1. Treasure. Get over here.
It's my turn.
Go. Now's a chance.
Touch him.
Understood. Your sword.
Easy.
I did it!
I
Oh,
will
treasure
allow
chest.
Reen to become overpowered. I will allow him to become over-leveled if I want to. I want to go through this door first.
Oh, a treasure chest.
We'll have to fight our way
My
through.
turn!
What the heck are you? They are cannons on wheels. I like it. Death Sluggers.
It's my turn.
Of course.
You didn't think I was just gonna let you have that, right?
My turn!
That was easy.
Okay.
Oh, the Cat's Master Chords. Hang on. The Cat's Master Chords. Absorb magic attacks with a 50% chance. Ideally, that would be best on somebody who, A, I don't usually need their Master Quartz effect, and B, has low ADF. Well, this kind of fits both parts to that, I'm gonna be real with you. The only thing that I dislike is that removing Angel gets rid of a move that I think honestly kind of worked for Gaius. On the other hand, I want to keep Aegis on you. It's a very good Master Quartz. I just think I want to use the other things that I have over it.
We'll have to fight our way
My
through.
turn! Go!
And open.
Yeah. Might.
My turn.
Okay.
My turn!
Vanish.
That's that.
An external corridor. We must be on the north side of the castle.
We've gone pretty far inside now. I hope the children are safe.
Reen, would you please stop cutting the decor? I want backup item. Catch me if you can, wheelie.
Now's our chance.
Here we go.
Let's smash 'em.
Now's a chance!
And open.
You're finished!
It's my turn. Click.
Of course.
Here.
Ow.
Okay.
Making progress.
Aster Flare, area large, burn 30% chance and confuse 30% chance. Muddles an enemy's cognitive abilities with flame.
Awesome.
Like it.
Yay, treasure.
Judgment Bolt. I cast Thunder Spell. No. Ah, we need a red orb. Excuse you. That looks like a ladder that goes down, but where's this lead? Hey! Your side. Treasure. Celestial Mom.
Left hand, right hand. Left hand, right hand.
Thank you, Milliam.
Nothing but trouble.
Ah.
Let's get started. It's my turn.
I want to see what this looks like.
Dance, flames.
Fire!
Aster flare.
That's cool.
My turn.
Right. Evil will fall.
Easy. There's the red. The orb to ponder. Do 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 do. Ah, can't move. pondered. What? Hey, those are...
This isn't good.
There they are. Finally found them.
Julian! Go away, you monsters! The Great Knight Julian will never forgive you, hurt Carno! Us, please help us!
Stand back!
Here we go. Get out of the way. Back off.
Laura?
Thank goodness you're both safe.
We're okay.
More fiends, and they don't seem pleased that we've robbed them of their quarry. We can do this. Just don't let them near the children.
Bomb away, Glammy.
We have nothing to fear.
It's my turn.
We don't have to protect them. Okay, got it. Just want to make sure of that. You know what? Go ahead and get your revenge.
I'm just getting started.
All right. Looks like we took care of them. The kid's all right.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, we're okay. That was so cool. You guys are all so strong. Just like the Eisenritter from the old stories.
Considering their predicament, they don't seem to be any worse for wear. Well, as long as they're both unarmed.
Actually, I think both of you have something to say.
Huh? Oh, right. Thanks for saving us.
That's not what I meant. You stole a boat and entered property that is off limits to you without telling anyone where you were going. What do you think would have happened if we hadn't come looking for you? Who would have saved you? Do you have any idea how worried your parents and everyone else in the town are about you? Laura?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If you realize what you did wrong, I have nothing further to say on the matter.
That's all right.
Oh,
I admire your bravery, stepping forward to defend Carno like you did. But you're still young and inexperienced, like I am. It's one thing to aspire to the qualities of a knight, but no good will come rushing to that goal.
right. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming for us, everyone.
Don't worry about it. Try and be a little less reckless in the future, would you?
Eustace, are you actually embarrassed that you got thanked by a kid?
Hush, you impudent brat. I love Eustace and Milliam's, like, interactions. Well, we found them and they're safe. That's a huge relief. Now all that's left is finding a way out of the castle.
Come to think of it, we couldn't even enter this room until we disabled the barrier. How did the two of you get inside?
When we first came in here, everything was normal. We were on our way to the top floor. As soon as we came in here, suddenly there was this pale haze everywhere. Then these strange circles appeared on the door and we couldn't open it anymore. We didn't know what to do.
So you end up locked in. That explains how they got as far as they did. There doesn't seem to be any other access to this room either.
It seems that if we want to leave, we'll have to deal with whatever's causing all this. Sure, there must be a way to disable that barrier on the front door. Hold on a moment.
Emma?
I can sense something coming from the top floor of the castle. A mysterious energy flowing out from there like a wellspring.
What? You can sense something like that?
Well, more or less, yes.
That's about the only clue we have to go on right now, so we might as well go up and take a look around. Maybe it's me, but it almost feels like she's starting to become more forthcoming with her insights. What about the children? We can't just leave them here.
Better just take them with us then. There's enough of us that we'll be able to keep them safe.
I actually agree with that. No telling what kind of danger we'll run into, but it makes sense to bring them along so we can keep an eye on them. Good idea, Milliam.
What do the two of you think? Would you prefer to stay with us?
Of course. I feel way safer with you guys.
Very well then. Fine, fine. I suppose we'll take responsibility for your safety then. Alright, let's head for the top floor then. Let's have ourselves a look at the source of that mysterious energy Emma was talking about. Let's be on our way then. Chest.
Is that a treasure chest?
Rakshasha. Attacks and crafts cause 25% speed or 50% movement. Okay, so it's leg and speed breaker or whatever, right? Whatever they're called, but it's the okay. That's actually pretty cool. Hang on, am I already using one of those two on anybody? No. Well, let's move on up. It actually looks like we're getting close to the end here. I'm assuming, at least. Oh, yeah, because it's...
This looks like... Go!
I just wanted to listen to the dialogue, okay?
All right.
There's at least a save point. Bro, I got insta-killed. What is happening?
All right.
I just wanted to listen to the dialogue. Gosh dang it. And now the kids are also part of it. Gosh dang it. I just want... Alright, here we go. There's the orb that probably goes for the front door. We're gonna need that, but I get the feeling something's going to try and protect it.
What is that?
It looks like the orbs we've come across before,
A lot bigger, though.
but it's far larger. I have an uneasy feeling about it.
Yep.
There's a cold, pale light flickering inside of it.
Man, it's huge. It's kind of pretty.
I definitely sense some kind of power coming from it. Is this the source of the energy you were sensing earlier, Emma?
There's no doubt about it. I suspect this orb is the cause of all the strange things going on in this castle.
You think so?
If we can destroy it, I'm betting everything will return to normal. All right, just leave it to me. What?
Wait, I want to try that. Hang on.
Hold on, Milliam.
Don't sweat it. Lemmy's busted up tougher looking stuff than this. Let's smash this orb and get out of this creepy castle already.
You idiot, we have no idea what it might do.
Go, Lemmy!
No, William! Nope, thought so. Ah! You alright? Are you and Lammy
What
alright?
did I just say?
Are you all right?
I forgot about those stupid barriers.
I guess it makes sense that it would be protected by one of those barriers.
Yeah, but how do we get rid of it?
Wait, something's wrong.
Don't tell me it's alive.
What's happening to it? I feel an incredible torrent of energy pouring out of it. Everyone get back!
What's going on? What the? A ghost? What the? Immortal King, Nosferatu. Alright.
A bone-faced fiend? A Nosferatu? How could it manifest something like that in the real world?
That is sick looking, I gotta say.
It's on a completely different level than the foes we've encountered so far.
That thing looks awesome.
Julian, Carno, get behind us.
You just go to the front of the door. Thank you.
There's no way we can afford to lose. Not here. Let's give it everything we've got.
Right.
Alright.
Oh, that one looks tough.
Immortal King.
It's my turn.
Let's do it. The main boss of the chapter, I presume. Nosferatu, the Immortal King.
I've got it.
An Immortal King from ancient legends with authority over souls, takes the souls of the innocent and devours them. It is susceptible to mute, interestingly.
Go!
I want to take down those heads on the side first. If I could just not miss, that'd be great.
An opening. Right. Huh?
This cast is something. Casting a lot of space area. Garden of Nightmares. No. Ow. Deadly Cry. Ah.
Go.
I'm very thankful I took the guide's advice and decided to get immunity to
Second floor.
Nightmare.
Damn. Now's a chance.
Brush him.
Laura.
Understood.
We're doing good damage on it already. If the main thing to worry about is its ability to inflict nightmare, then I think we might be fine for this, because you know what I'm not going to be fine with is consistently missing these guys. What is happening? I see. That's a problem. He doesn't feel like he has that much health, but I get the feeling it's more so going to be worrisome with these other enemies around.
Okay.
Should be fine to cast this.
Of course.
I want to try and build up everyone's S-crafts.
Here we go.
Water's good.
Arcus, activate.
Deadly Cry. Million might be dead. Not even gonna lie. I might be dead. Good. Garden of Nightmares. Okay, she's fine. Not for long. Bro, this other enemy just jumped into the fray. Nice.
Of course.
I need you to die. Million might be dead. Hang on. Okay, now we're fine. Million. Heal up.
Hear me.
Serene blessing.
Thanks.
My turn.
Still love this thing's design. It looks so cool. I've always loved ghost designs. Full pinion. What's this? Hey! What are you? Huh? What did you just? Huh? I don't much like that. And I think you're gonna be handing her back right now. What? Crush! Soul release. Seems that dealing enough damage is what frees the soul. So it was actually a great move on my part then to actually go ahead and use the S-Craft there. In that case, I'm going to save Laura's S-Craft for in case if he decides to try and absorb anyone's soul other than Laura's. Now,
Right.
I'm going to try and let hers build up.
Go.
We're doing good damage though. I like the damage we're dealing. A little on the worried end, but Garden of Nightmares. Ow. No. Hold tight.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Press the flood. Nosferatu's almost dead.
Arcus, activate!
I think we'll be fine, but just on the off chance. I should have waited. But I got eager. I didn't even notice the critical thing. I think we'll still be fine. Alright. Soul Pinion. Laura, I'm actually... Oh, what? Okay, that's curious. I didn't even think that the adamantine shield would block that. Okay, good to know. I really would not have thought that that would be blocked, but I'll take it. It's over for you. Time to burn. Farewell, Nosferatu.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Easy peasy. Bro, 9999 experience. Nice.
I did it!
Making
Just that should
Literally everyone levels up. Bye, Nosferatu.
Did we win?
What a terrifying opponent.
So that was...
Careful. Something still feels wrong.
What?
More?
watch out.
Damn it!
How could I have been so careless? I had no idea it had this much power left.
Oh.
Laura, are you okay? This is bad! Even Lammy can't move!
What do we do?
Looks like I've got no choice.
Come on.
Reen, no!
No,
If you're not careful, you'll be drawn into it.
I'm fine.
What are you?
Wait, what are you... Huh? What the... Huh?
What?
No.
What was that?
Was that a lance? Oh, it's you! Arianhod! It was a lance! What are you doing here? Well, I guess this is your castle, so... But Arianhod saved us.
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine. That was really bright.
What just happened?
I have no idea. It all happened so quickly.
We finally got to see Arianhod again.
I heard the sound of something piercing through the air.
Yeah, right through that orb, too.
The Steel Maiden.
It looked like a lance, but how could someone hurl something that large with that much force?
A lance?
Why was she here, though?
Whoever threw it was standing right up there until just a moment ago.
I mean, sure, it's her place, but why would she be here at this moment?
It was a golden-haired woman, shrouded by a strange light.
Golden hair, you say?
But that sounds just like...
Laura!
The Lance
That's
Maiden.
impossible.
Or in our case, the Steel Maiden.
What's everyone all excited about? Hey, wait for me!
Arianhod, please. Why'd she save us?
There's no one here.
Not that I honestly expected there would be.
That pale glow surrounding the castle seems to have disappeared, too.
Is that because the orb was destroyed?
Yeah.
That would mean the lance that destroyed it.
The Lance Maiden.
Why was Arianhod here? And what are you watching us
I thought it might have
for?
been her.
but it seems like it was the Steel Maiden.
Yep.
Still, we really are out of time.
Who are you? Are you what I think you are? Are you the divine animal of Erebonia? Liberal has it dragon. Crossbell had Zite as the wolf.
Up in the world.
Is Celine in Erebonia's?
I've got a little reward here for you.
The Grail Locket! I recognize that name across all the games. The item that prevents every status ailment.
Keep up the good work.
Well. That was fun. Thank you for all you've done for us during our stay, Klaus.
Please have a safe journey, everyone. I apologize for not being of more service during your long-awaited return home, my lady. With all that happened yesterday, you hardly had any time to relax and enjoy your visit.
On the contrary, I had ample time to enjoy soaking in the atmosphere of home. Thanks to that wonderful, nutritious dinner after we returned from the castle, while so tired, I was able to sleep well too.
Indeed, for all that happened, I feel surprisingly well rested today. I'm just glad that the children were all right.
Sounds like they had a real earful from their families, though.
They deserved every minute. So, just what we witnessed yesterday? Yeah, I'm still mulling over where that lance that saved our skins last night would have come from.
But I only know what you've told me, I'm afraid.
There's not doubt in my mind it was Saint Selma. She must have sensed our peril confronting that strange specter and chose to lend us a helping hand.
Well,
honestly, I can't think of an explanation that sounds any more plausible than that. Considering the situation, it's almost hard to believe it could have been anything else.
Well, that's certainly true. Feels like everything that happened last night was some grand dream.
I think that all of us, you perhaps have the least right to say that.
oh, actually, one of the accounts of St. Selma's death places it right around this time of year. So it's almost the anniversary, and last night was a full moon. So it doesn't seem all that impossible that her spirit might manifest itself somewhere like the castle.
I heard that account of St. Selma's death before.
Hold on a minute. Even if all that stuff about St. Selma is true, that doesn't explain all the weird things you did yesterday.
Well, I learned about a lot about curses from my grandmother growing up. And working with berries isn't all that difficult if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, sure, let me just conjure a physical barrier with my mind. It didn't work. Really? Well, I suppose I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure I can say the same. I agree with you. I agree with you, sis. I'm sorry, Reen, but this time I have to go with you, sis. It's like, no, we are not skipping past this.
We should inform the Viscount of all that transpired here. In the meantime, you should be heading off to your next location in your visit for your field study. I hope your journey is a safe and pleasant one.
Thank you.
Take care, Klaus. And give my regards to my father.
The same to you, my lady. I hope we shall all have the opportunity to meet again.
As do I. I'd enjoy the opportunity to test my own swordsmanship against you in the future.
I wish you all the best.
Still, we have some time left before the train comes, so we can tell everyone goodbye as we make our way to the station.
That sounds good. Let's be off then.
What we want to do, apparently, is immediately go back inside the Arside mansion, and then head upstairs and find a specific NPC called Prana. Not Piranha, Prana.
Oh yes, please take this book with you for your journey. It's apparently quite the interesting read, so I'm hoping it will help the long train ride pass more quickly.
Red Moon Rose, Chapter 11. The only other thing it recommends to do, it's not like mandatory, it says, but if you go to the inn, you can get some ingredients apparently for free, I think.
Hey, Laura!
The three of us made lunch for you, so please take it. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be delicious.
I hope you enjoy it. Oh, we've had enough for your lady friends, too.
Wait, what about us?
You did muster up an admirable performance yesterday, I suppose. But don't forget, we won't forgive you if you get too close to Lady Laura.
What the hell did I do?
Unless you blithely forget, take these as our helpful reminder.
What the hell? I don't think I need the winds to clue me in on what they're implying. Must this petulant gaggle be annoying right to the very end? What the help! What did I do? I just wanted to hang out with my friend. Don't crucify me for it. Whatever. Let's go to the train. Let's wait. So I think we're either today or the next day in game is the day that the prologue took place in. So we're about there. We'll need to buy our tickets for the trip to Gorelia Fortress too.
Hey, Eustace, wanna buy me some snacks?
Buy your own food. Why are you so attached to me? I swear. It's like, of all the people you could be attached to, you just... Oh. Cat. Of all the people you could be attached to, you choose to be attached to me, the one who wants to lead you. Go to Fee. Go to Laura, or literally anyone else in the class. Even go to friggin' Marcius, I swear. Even Marcius would probably have, like... Leave me alone!
Look, I can see the castle for a second there. Wait, it's gone again. Well, the forest is quite dense around here.
Still, we saw a lot of weird things in the castle. There's one thing after another from the moment we walked through the door.
What are you looking at me for?
Never mind.
That's pretty great. Do you have this much fun on all your field studies?
So interestingly enough, yes. You know, I have to wonder, do you think that the group B that goes on all the other field studies, do you think they ever get scenarios as half as interesting as what we get? Because let's see. In our first field study, we had to deal with the freaking the army, like, intentionally sabotaging the market and then fighting a forest guardian. In the second field study, we had to deal with Eustace and Marcius's like hatred towards each other, and then eventually had to deal with getting Marcius out of prison. In the third field study, we had to deal with an entire terrorist attack almost resulting in the beginning of a war, and had to fight a giant, terrifying spider in ruins. On the fourth field study, we had to fight a freaking bone dragon and stop a terrorist attack from killing both our character sister and the crown princess. And now on this field study, we had to fight this soul spirit king guy, Nosferatu. So what does Group B go through? What's the most exciting thing that Group B ever has to go through? Do they, I don't know, kill a palm? I don't know.
This switch is a little longer. Those 2 days went by so quickly.
Well, the field study isn't over. We're on our way to our next location, so don't relax just yet.
It looks like I must say farewell to Legram once again for the time being. I wasn't expecting to, but I can't help but feel a little homesick already.
I can understand why. It was a really welcoming place. I didn't ever get the sense that social classes were keeping people apart.
Yeah, it seems like a place that we nobles could learn much from. I'd definitely like to visit again in the future.
It'd be great to bring Fee and the others next time, too. You're all more than welcome to Inlegram anytime. I can only hope I'll continue to learn and grow between now and when I next return.
After leaving Legram, we changed trains at Bereahard Station and rode the Croydon Main Line north, heading towards Celtic. Here we go! Up we go! And here we go, back to the beginning of the game.
Alright, let's go over our schedule again.
We're currently en route to Caldic, where we'll rendezvous with Group B. From there, we'll take the Transcontinental Railroad to Garrelia Fortress on the Empire's eastern border. Garrelia Fortress is one of the Imperial Army's largest strongholds. It's sometimes referred to as the wall that protects the nation from the threat of the Calvar Republic. It's ludicrously gigantic, almost an icon of military excess. It also houses the 2 railway guns and has a military exercise ground on the premises.
Weren't those the weapons that Gwyn said he regretted constructing?
Yeah, they're 2 massive orbital cannons pointing toward the east at Calvard. Or more specifically, they're aimed at the buffer zone between us and them, Crossbell State.
They are pretty crazy, yeah. It's like you're looking at a mountain of iron. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first saw them.
You've been there. Wait.
You've actually seen the railway guns in person? Yeah, Gramps took Claire, Lecter, and me to see them this one time. These are the mightiest weapons we wrought by the hands of man since the Great Collapse. I want you to consider what it means that such weapons have been placed here. Well, something like that anyway.
To consider what it means. He has a flair for the dramatic, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, today's the day, isn't it? The day that the Chancellor is scheduled to depart for Crossbell with Prince Oliver.
Guess the trade conference kind of snuck up on us, huh?
I think that's where Lecter's going too. I want to go to Crossbell. There's supposed to be this really famous theater group there, and they have a huge theme park, right?
That's what I've heard, though you probably know more about it than I do. Apparently, President Toa is going as part of the entourage to further her studies.
Really? Surely she never fails to impress. I hear she's been getting job offers from a bunch of different companies ready to hire her right after graduation.
Well, she does merit the high esteem people lavish on her. She's the pride of the Academy.
Yeah. Oh boy, so excited to see, so if they should be so excited to get attacked by Terra.
All passengers disembarking here in Celtic, please exit the platform via the bridge. I repeat, do not approach the rope barriers on platform 1. Passengers wishing to travel on the Transcontinental Railroad, please wait on platform 2.
What's going on here?
All security feels kind of ominous.
Yeah, it feels weird.
It seems like the railway military police is guarding the opposite platform.
Yeah, I wonder if...
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
Claire? Claire!
Captain Claire!
Claire!
It's Claire! Did you come to see me?
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid. Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Ah, this is where, Oliver... This is where Olivier, Toa, and, Osborne are all gonna be traveling from.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been, what, 2 months since I last saw you?
No. She really is attached to Captain Claire.
Yeah, almost like sisters.
But I believe that both of them are Ironbloods.
At any rate, good day, everyone. Let me thank you again for all your help during the recent crisis in Heimdall.
Don't worry about it.
We simply did our duty as citizens of the Empire.
More importantly, what's the meaning of all this extra security? And what is this Eisengraf you mentioned?
As in Iron Count, right? You'll see what I mean soon enough.
A special express train will momentarily be passing by Platform 1. This train will be passing through at high speed, so travelers on the platform are advised to exercise caution.
Special express train?
It couldn't be.
Ah, right on time.
The Eisengraf. Here it comes! Jesus Christ, they weren't kidding when they said it's passing by fast! Toa. Yeah. There's Toa. And there's Prince Olivert.
How is Reen able to do this? I swear to God. There he is.
The Blood and Iron Chancellor.
Hey, Osborne. You're looking at me as well. Strange.
So that was the Eisengraph. Come to think of it, I've heard rumors of a special Crimson train. It's supposedly reserved for use by members of the Imperial government.
I've been on it before. It's really fast. It's pretty fancy inside, too.
The Eisengraph, or the Iron Count in the common parlance, was so titled in honor of Chancellor Osborne himself.
Well, I do hear him called the Blood and Iron Chancellor all the time, so I can understand the iron part.
But isn't the Chancellor a commoner by birth? He is, indeed. However, he was granted the title of Count by His Majesty when he was made Chancellor 11 years ago. Supposedly, that's what led to the train being given its name shortly thereafter. I see.
I doubt he, of all people, sees any worth in titles of peerage.
Reen?
Yeah?
Is something bothering you? Your attention seems elsewhere.
Still feeling tired after yesterday?
No, not really. I just happened to catch a glance of Toa and Prince Oliver on the train as it passed by.
Wow, I'm surprised you could even make them out.
You must have a hawk's eye to be able to see them when the Eisengraph whooshed by so quickly.
Nah, it was probably just a coincidence.
It was more than just a glance, though. I could see them clearly in detail. What was that just now?
Even Reen seems confused about what he just did then. I guess he wasn't intending to just have time feel like it slowed down there.
That was strange.
Well, as long as you're not feeling unwell.
I wonder if it has to do with the demon that he mentioned, like the other thing that's living inside of him. Is that a symptom of it trying to like take control? It feels like sometimes Reen has trouble reining it in at times. It feels like sometimes there are certain things that make it like want to come out, whether it be like the chest pains or something like that. Like you know, those are the signs that it's trying, I think, to like break free, to take control of Reen. Is the time slowing down for Reen another symptom of it trying to like take control then? Now that I think about it, it could also even be related to maybe how, it could even be related to how the, Reen tried to use his power to break the orb before the Steel Main broke it for us. We would like to thank all passengers for their cooperation with today's security measures. Transcontinental Railway service bound for Crossbell State, now arriving on Platform 2. Here it comes. Yeah, looks like we didn't have to wait long after all. Incoming! Here it is. Open. Hey! Friends! Where is Crow?
Hey, there they are. Reen, over here!
Come on, we haven't got all day.
We saved you some seats.
Well, if you'll excuse us, Captain.
See you later, Claire.
Of course. Have a safe trip, everyone.
There you are, Crow. And Sarah.
Whoa, who's that classy looking babe?
We should just stay on the train.
Sarah's just like, crap. I don't want to connect with you again. Here we go.
We received word from Squad 8. No unusual movements have been detected near the Twin Dragons Bridge. We also received word from Squad 21. They report all high-speed armored cars are in position.
Understood. Remain vigilant until the Eisengraph has finished passing through. Once it reaches Crossbell City, have all squads switch to Phase D.
Yes, ma'am. Are you sure the Imperial Liberation Front will show themselves?
They will. I'm certain of it.
We know that Gideon, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive my assumption is correct, and that Gideon's going to be taken care of by, is part of the squad that gets killed by, friggin' the Red Constellation, so we're not going to have to worry about him anymore. Kind of feel bad for him in that case. Hey guys, how was your field study? We got to see giant demons.
I see. It sounds like Group A had quite an eventful couple of dates, too.
Yeah, though I find it kind of hard to believe that you could have seen the ghost of St. Leon Sandlot.
That's ridiculous. Are you sure you weren't just hallucinating or something? You can think whatever you like.
We totally saw her, I swear!
Well, ghosts or not, there was definitely someone there beside us.
Anyway, that's enough about ghosts and spirits for the time being. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the living, like where Topol and the Radiant Blade Master went. Sounds like Duke Kyan is up to something too, and he's not someone we can afford to take lightly. We didn't run into anything like that in the dry special economic zone. Though I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government and not noble.
I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago. Is that right?
Yeah, the Empire stitched it on a nut on nice and neat without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seems like a pretty lovely place.
And the revenue generated from taxes there goes directly to the Imperial government's coffers, instead of the pockets of the nobility. It's hardly a mystery why the reformers think so highly of it.
Well, that aside, I'm a little concerned about the upcoming trade conference at Crossbell. Same goes for the Imperial Liberation Front. They've been awfully quiet since they put on a show last month.
Now that you mention it,
that does seem rather suspicious. Is it related somehow to why we're going to Corellia Fortress? Well, it's not the main reason, but it's not entirely unrelated. I'll let you look forward to finding out all about that when we get to the fortress itself. Anyway, how many of you passed through Corellia Fortress by train before?
Thank you.
I see. Just us, huh?
Sophie, Crow, and Milliam.
Can't wait to see everyone's first reactions.
Sure.
Why's that?
Well, I've seen infographs at least. The camera can't really capture how ridiculous it is. Yep, it's supposed to be this macho gateway to the Empire, but it just seems like it's trying way too hard.
What's that supposed to mean? The gateway to the Empire and one of the largest military bases in the country.
I look forward to the chance to see it in person then.
Here we go. It's nice having our group all together. Here we are, and there's Crossbell. The train carrying Class 7 continued its ride on the Transcontinental Line, heading toward the east. They passed through the Twin Dragons Bridge, a Kreutzen provincial army base, and several stations later, it was finally time to pass through Corellia Fortress, which loomed large on the border with Crossbell State.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Corellia Fortress. Corellia Fortress. This train will stop for 5 minutes. Please be aware that only authorized personnel may disembark at the station. Be advised that all orbital photography is strictly prohibited within the fortress and is punishable by Imperial law. Any attempt at unauthorized recording may result in the confiscation of your equipment or detention by the authorities.
Well, that was kind of...
Not pretty severe for a train announcement.
Well, we are passing through a military facility. I don't think they're being unreasonable. Do you think that's the issue, yeah?
I'm not sure having that be one of the first things foreign visitors here gives a very good impression of the country. Oh, we're finally here.
What in Adios' name is that? Here we are. Yeah, I can see what you mean by it tries too hard. It definitely tries way too hard. Eastern border, Corellia Fortress. Finally here, where the game started. Not quite the exact event, but this is the place where the game started. And I imagine the event that the game started with will be happening soon after.
The scale is just... This is Corellia Fortress.
The entire place is built from iron and concrete.
So much money has the army dumped into building all this?
Yeah, that was about as entertaining as I'd hoped.
Not that I'm surprised. I thought the same things when I first saw it. From the crossbow side, all you can see is a cliff, though.
Yeah, it didn't look half as impressive here, but...
Yeah, but those two railway guns still poke out through it.
Hey, instructor, what did you bring us out here to show us?
What else? We're here so you can see the true essence of what makes an army. What comprises a military strength and forms its foundation. And what other place in the Empire has that on display as clearly as here?
It's definitely imposing. I'll give you that. Alright. Here we are. Corellia Fortress. Platform. Who are they?
Engineers and tradesmen, mostly. You'll see a lot of them around here. Keeping a fortress this size up and running is a full-time job for more than just the military's people. So it seems. It's almost like its own town here.
It kind of is at this point. On the other side of this fortress, it's more or less a straight shot to Crossville City, right?
I think that such a bustling center of trade is so close to a massive military facility like this. Yeah, Crossville City is only about 30 minutes away by train. From top of the fortress, you can even see the skyscraper where the trade conference is going to take place.
I see you've arrived.
Nightheart. Yep. Hey, Nightheart.
Oh.
Instructor Nightheart!
Good morning, Major Nightheart. Instructor Valestein of Thor's Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class 7, reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Corellia Fortress.
It's weird seeing her be so
In
serious.
addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the fortress. Now, if you'll follow me...
Here we go! Oh boy. Yippee! I appreciate the doors opening for the cameraman. It might as well just be a classroom. Including today, you have 2 days remaining in this month's field study. However, we won't be assigning you any tasks during that time. Instead, you'll be participating in a series of special lectures and a field trip. Field trip? Here?
So what exactly does that entail, Instructor?
At 1400 hours today, a joint military exercise will be taking place at Corellia's Proving Ground. 4th and 5th Armored Divisions will both be participating, and you will be observing it. We're gonna watch a military exercise?
The 4th Armored Division, huh? The 4th Armored Division is led by none other than Elliot's dad, Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. By all accounts, it's one of the strongest armored divisions in the Imperial Army. And did you know our friend and the Major here is the most promising young member? It's true.
Moving on. As I said, you'll only be observing this exercise, not actively participating. I imagine that has some of you feeling rather relieved, doesn't it? It does sound like a pretty easy assignment after all. But we'll see how many of you feel of the same after experiencing it for yourselves. That's all from me. It's currently 11:50 hours. Lunch has been prepared for you all in the mess hall. I'd advise you all to eat. Your field trip isn't something to be undertaken on an empty stomach. Okay. I want to go back to Legram, man. This place sucks. This food. What is that block of meat?
You have salty corned beef and I'm thinking you'd have peas from the soup.
You can use this bread like a... you could use this bread as a lethal projectile.
I do think it wouldn't hurt to use a few more herbs, or flavors in general.
Calling this edible would be generous. I've heard plenty of rumors about the food they serve in the Imperial Army, but I wouldn't have guessed it'd all be true. Huh. I didn't think that the food they served in the mess hall at Zender Gate was all that bad, though.
I don't think it would kill them to serve something a little more appetizing.
This is the exact same thing they served when I came here with my class last year. Probably from the same batch, too, by the looks of it. Really brings back memories.
I was pretty surprised the first time my dad brought me here to eat here, too. Huh, you guys really think it's that bad? It really brings back memories for me, too. At least there's some cheese and an apple.
The food served in the army makes use of common ingredients that are easily preserved and store. The ingredients used to make all the foods on your tray can be easily stockpiled in large quantities. So even if a war were to break out, a meal like this could still be served without any trouble. So that explains it. I see. So the army serves simple foods all the time to avoid the decrease in morale from wartime rationing? Well, not all the time. However, one can think of this food as a philosophical statement from the continent's strongest army, in the sense that it suggests that soldiers should live and work each day as though a war effort depends on them. Every day?
So they should be just as tense during times of peace as during times of war. Well, it's a bit too much mind over matter idealism for my taste, but it's worth being aware of. And to throw a different perspective in the mix here, food the provincial army serve is actually pretty good. Good enough that you can't help but wonder how they'd cope if an actual war were to ever break out.
Well, it's not like serving good food means you have a crappy army.
Here our neighbor Liberal serves up some pretty tasty food in their army. Liberal's army is fairly elite. Probably because the threat being neighbors to the Empire keeps them tense.
I feel a little conflicted hearing you say that.
Well, these things are all about finding a good balance. Variety's the spice of life, you know? If you eat nothing but dull, bland food all the time, well, you know what they say. You are what you eat.
I could do with fewer of your pithy remarks on my diet, Instructor Valstein. Could you stop being an asshole?
Anyway, as you heard, there's going to be a military exercise at the Proving Ground out at 2 in the afternoon today. It's 12:30 right now, so you have an hour to do whatever you like. They'll make an announcement half an hour before, so be sure to listen for it and do whatever it tells you.
Understood.
So, when you say whatever we like, does that mean you just tour the fortress? Of course, you're welcome to roam around as long as you don't poke your nose in any restricted areas. So go ahead and explore. There's plenty worth seeing here, like the command center. Though if you're feeling a little tired from your field site rooms so far, you're welcome to rest in your rooms.
It would be a shame to waste such a valuable opportunity. I suppose I should at least get a general overview of the fortress. So apparently there's one thing we want to do. There's apparently a store somewhere in here, I think. Apparently the guide says go to the south exit. So by south exit, do you mean over here? It just says that there should be a shop around here. Aha! Imperial Chronicle issue 7. Okie dokie. Let's view our books. Specifically this book. West Samuria Trade Conference. The West Samuria Trade Conference has finally commenced. As the first international conference of its kind, it has naturally become the subject of much attention and discussion since its initial announcement. We will be bringing you the latest news from the Crossbill State itself, where the representatives of the various nations attending continue to arrive. The 4 nations representative. Each of the attendees is of the highest standing in their respective countries. Representing our nation of Erebonia will be Prince Albert on behalf of His Majesty the Emperor, and Chancellor Osborne. The delegate from the Calvar Republic will be head of state President Rocksmith, and the president of Remiferia will be to the north will be represented by Prince Albert. Lastly, Crown Princess Claudia will be the spokesperson for the Liberal Kingdom to the south. The Orcus Tower. The conference will be held in the recently complete skyscraper Orcus Tower, overtaking the Rheinford building in Ruhr as the continent's tallest building at 40 floors and over 250 yards in height. Right? Rumor has it that you can't even see its top from the ground. It's believed that the building will be unveiled during the trade conference's opening ceremony. Conference's direction. With the heads of the various nations in Western Zamuria gathering in one place for the trade conference, what matters will be discussed? The former diplomat offered his opinion. It is difficult to predict. The president of the Calvar Republic and the head of the Erebonian government coming together for a discussion like this is unprecedented. No matter what topics of discussion come up, the outcome of this conference is sure to determine the direction of international politics for years to come. Specialists in the field of policy, international relations, and economy will be watching with bated breath. Tax increase in Norcia Province. Norcia Province is set to join the provinces of Lemaire and Kreuzen in implementing significant tax increases, it appears. The unprecedentedly steep increase has been met with staunch opposition from across the province. Furthermore, the Rheinford Company, which has its corporate headquarters in Ruhr, the provincial capital, has issued a statement regarding the tax increase for the first time. Sorry, I thought I heard something weird. The company stated that it believes the increases may potentially slow the growth of the Erebonian economy and has made its opinions known to the Marquis Rogner in writing. The Lesage Boutique. Starting this fall, the head store of boutique chain Lesage will begin carrying products from the Strega Corporation. If functional yet fashionable sneakers are what you want, come along to Lesage. If you just see freaking Estelle, where? From here, the guide simply says to go talk with everybody. So let's talk with everybody. Hello.
I'd heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives home its incredible scale.
Oh yeah, your father helps train the Imperial Army in swordsmanship, doesn't he? I can see why he's so busy if he's going around training all the soldiers in places this massive.
Indeed. I feel like the reality of that is finally sinking in for me as well. I have no idea how his teachings are actually being applied, though. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military training exercise. I'm looking forward to it. The soldiers here seem pretty well trained. Pretty well equipped, too. Like you expect from the Empire's biggest fortress. You need to put in some serious prep time if you wanted to topple it.
Fee? I'm not sure that's something you should be saying within earshot of the soldiers.
Old habits die hard.
You are going to get yourself into severe trouble. Appears like there's 2 people up here. Hi! Nightheart.
So you're the students who have come to tour the fortress?
Yes, sir. He's wearing an officer's uniform. I wonder if he's...
This is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Corellia Fortress. He also serves as the division commander for the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here.
I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor.
Well, at least you aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. I have my doubts whether you'd be able to endure the military's training regimen with a physique like that. You sure you're training him properly, Major?
My apologies, sir.
Though I hear the Academy has a former Bracer as their combat instructor. They must really be scraping bottom. I've heard of the purple lightning before, but of course, but a Bracer's still a Bracer. Leaving such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous stores isn't what it used to be.
Well, no surprise here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for a stereotypical Imperial Army soldier.
Anyway, as Fortress Commander, allow me to welcome you to Corellia. Keep in mind, though, that we're constantly on alert for potential threats from the east. I have no problem with your class conducting your field study here, but see to it that you don't get in the way.
Of course, sir.
Very well. I'll take my leave here, as I have business to attend to.
He's an asshole.
He's certainly strict.
No, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defense fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tensions between the Empire and the Republic, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all. I won't forget it. Now, I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center. Of course, good luck with your work, Instructor. I'll see you later then.
Who's next? Who is in this room over here? Emma! Oh, are you taking a rest, Emma?
I did take a short walk around, but everything around this fortress is so imposing. Made me feel a little faint.
I feel you there. Looking at Emma now, it's hard to believe she's the same person who single-handedly guided us through the castle.
Green?
Nah, never mind. But there is one thing that's been bugging me lately. Ever since we arrived in Legram, I feel like just out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses of this small black shadow following us. But ever since we got to the fortress, I haven't seen it.
Really? Maybe you're possessed by something.
Possessed? Yikes, that's a kind of an unsettling thought.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm glad I told her to go back when we reached Celtic.
Just the fear, like crap. He's gonna find out. Sarah!
Oh yeah, Telva gave me a call about what happened in Legram. Saying had a mechanical monster show up outside the city limits.
Yeah, Toa looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him too. Do you know anything about them?
Well, I'm no stranger to the group that makes them. They go by the name of Oroba.
There it is! We finally get the name said in this game.
They go by the name Ouroboros. They're a secret society of sorts that acts in the shadows all across the continent.
A secret society?
We don't know how many members there are, what they're capable of. Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than most cutting-edge research institutes, and that they've been behind several crises that threaten to shake the foundations of entire nation-states.
And these are the people who made those monsters? If I hadn't seen with my own eyes, I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw out there.
Yeah, well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call the mechanical monsters like the ones you guys fought archaisms. And lately, it seems like an awful lot of them have made their way back into the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days, all over the Empire and beyond.
Wow, that's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance they might be plotting something here in Erebonia? Absolutely. Just in your opinion, I mean.
Well, that's the tricky thing about them. It doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put archaisms out into the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it's something to keep in the back of your mind at least.
Right. I'll be sure to let the others know too. We finally get this group knowing about Ouroboros now. Alright, there's still some more to find, so we're gonna look for everyone. Apparently there's some people in the motor pool section. You know, when they said a motor pool, I genuinely thought there'd be like a pool here for some reason. It seems like this is a hangar for tanks and armored cars. Kind of staggering to see so many of them lined in one place.
I'm not looking forward to this. You never seen any military exercise before, right, Green?
Yeah, this will be my first time. I take a job then.
Yeah, my dad showed me one the last time he brought me out here. He really does want me to join the military, but I really don't think I'll ever be suited for it the way he is.
I get where you're coming from. The more I hear about his dad, the more curious I got.
I'm not entirely sure how to feel seeing so many accents lined up like this.
Breinford Company makes these, don't they?
Unfortunately so. I'm sure they'll be using them for this military exercise too. As far as I can tell, they'll be pitted against the older automated models.
That sounds pretty brutal. The older tanks won't stand a chance.
Well, that's kind of the point. They just want to show off how easily the accents can dominate them. Well, you don't get the chance to go eyes on with this stuff every day. I'll take the opportunity to see for myself just how competent they are.
Just like her. This is terrifying. Oh, I go this way. What? How did I... Now we gotta look for the others. Let's just start going to every other area. It's like this is Fortress Airport. There might come a day when I find myself in a military airship. It's Machias and Crow. Crazy. Really is night and day. Yeah, it's hard to imagine two places more diametrically opposed. What's wrong, you two? Oh, we were just talking about how different this place is to Jirai. Jirai was super lively, but this place... I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without easy access to a casino at all times. I can imagine. Seems like everyone's talking about Jirai these days, though. Was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect with the recent annexation by Erebonia, but everything looked fine to me. It has offices, an entertainment district, and all the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves. I'd go so far as to say they're happy to be under the Imperial government's control. I don't know if I'd go that far. No? Little Bird told me that Chancellor Osborne was the one behind the annexation in the first place. And it also told me that he used some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. And of course, most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he made that annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. It's only natural that they do so now that they're under Erebonia's protection, right? It's not like this is a pretty complicated issue. Depends on how good that protection really is, I feel. Okay, who else are we missing? We're missing Eustace, Gaius, and Millium. I think that's actually it. It's just those three. And it says here in the guide that they should all be clumped together if you find them. Or, I probably should say when and not if. Wow. A lot of stuff. I can't believe the size of this place. Oh, given that uniform, you must be one of the students from Thor's. Feel free to look around all you like, but please try to stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy at the moment. If you don't mind, I'd ask that you make your way to the corridor over there instead of hanging around here. Understood. Thank you very much. Might as well head over there. Ah, here they are. Eustace! Gaius, you okay? I'm just kind of shocked by how different the atmosphere here is from Zendergate. Well, it is a major military base right on the border of Crossbell. I never imagined it'd be quite this big, though. This place is such a departure from Zendergate that I can hardly believe that this is the same military. Although perhaps this is the true face of the Imperial Army. This fortress is the very definition of oversized. And that's ignoring the excessive display of military power. I imagine that the posturing is meant to show the Croissant Provincial Army that they could crush them with on a whim. I forgot that this place probably means to you what this place probably means to you and your family. I suppose. While I don't agree with my father's actions, I can't say I'm comfortable with this fortress's presence either. In fact, I find it hard to believe that anyone could sleep peacefully near a fortress like this. Million, what are you just walking around for?
I guess you can't see it from here after all. We'd be able to see it from where the railway guns are, but they'll get mad if you get too close to them.
What are you up to now, man? You're trying to see Crossbell, aren't you?
You know that huge Orchid Tower where they're holding the trade conference? I'm trying to get a good view of that.
Oh yeah, they mentioned it in Imperial Chronicle and on the radio. Can you actually see it from all the way over here? That'd be incredible.
Did I ever lie to you? I wish I could have gone with Gramps instead of being stuck on some stupid field study.
Why'd you join Class 7 then? Speaking of which, they're going to be holding the keynote session there tomorrow. I wonder what they'll be talking about during it.
Most people thinking they're just... it's just so they can decide on finance rules and stuff for Western Zemeria. I think it's really going to end up being about who Crossbell belongs to. Knowing Gramps, he might even try to get Crossbell to become a part of Erebonia.
Seriously?
The prince is going to be there too, so he'll probably try to shake things up.
Unbelievable. Those are two though, so here's hoping things go well. So that should be everybody. We talked to Sarah, we talked to Emma, talked to Fee and Laura, Major Nightheart, Ellie and Elisa. We talked to those three, and Marcus and Crow. Let's go back to the fortress then. This bulletin is to inform all Thor students that preparations for today's military exercise are now complete. Please assemble in the hangar immediately. Your transport is standing by. I repeat. That's Instructor Nightheart. Time must have passed more quickly than I thought. Suppose I should start making my way towards the hangar. Maybe I'll run into the others in my way. Was I not just there? He boarded the armored cars and set off toward the proving ground. We are not getting in these... Okay. We are. Thanks, game. I can feel it. We're getting so close to when the game started. Getting so close to where the prologue was. The inside of the armored cars was narrow and cramped, and the smell of machine oil hung in the musty air. The car shook and rattled over the uneven ground, tumbling us around like an iron coffin on wheels. Eventually, after enduring 10 minutes of jaw-rattling travel, unable to even peek outside at the scenery, we finally arrived at Corellia Fortress's military proving grounds. This sucks. Corellia Fortress Annex, military training ground. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Wow, Oxen main battle tanks.
There's plenty of older model tanks out there too. It even looks like they have airships out there. Oh yeah, like the ones we saw in Nord. Welcome. Who?
Oh!
Is this your dad? Welcome. That's Elliot's dad.
I don't see the family resemblance. Looks like the hair made this jump from father to son, though.
That's your... Wow.
Reporting, Lieutenant General. Very good, Nightheart. Instructor Valestein, I believe. Pleased to meet you.
It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lieutenant General Craig. Allow me to send my deepest thanks for agreeing to cooperate with us as for the Academy's curriculum today.
Think nothing of it. Many of these fine youngsters may one day hold positions in the Imperial Army, after all. Besides, I owe a lot to General Van Dyke. And these must be...
What a piercing stare.
This is Craig the Red.
Elliot, my boy, it's so good to see you again.
Oh. Huh? Yeah. Aww.
It must be half a year now since I last saw you. How have you been?
Aww.
As a sharp-looking uniform you've got too. I've seen the photos, but it looks even better on you in person.
Dad, come on.
You still got a long way to go if you want to put on some real muscle. There's a part of me that hopes you'll be able to stay my little chub forever. You're a man of Erebonia, and the men of the Empire must be strong, stout, and ready for action. It was for your own good as a man that I held back my tears and enrolled you in the military academy.
Dad, I can't breathe.
This is great.
I feel like everything I've been told about was a lie. There do seem to be some differences from the stories.
I was kind of worried he was going to be like very angry towards his son for like being different and not wanting to join the army, but no, he actually seems like he really does care about his kid. Aww. And Nightheart's just like, would you cut it out?
You kidding me? He seems like a cool guy.
What a delightful commanding officer you have, Major.
That's fair, me.
Knock it off! I'll tell Fiona!
Moving right along.
Lieutenant General Olaf Craig.
I'm Lieutenant General Olaf Craig, Commander of the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I've been entrusted with the role of overseeing today's joint military exercise. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. You've got one heck of a dad, Elliot. Believe me, I feel it in the bones.
Now, let me give you a brief rundown of what will be happening.
I see that the kindness at least runs in the family to a degree.
This exercise will consist of a simulated battle conducted by 2 of our armored divisions. Armored regiments at the formation center, infantry, armored cars, and airships will work in tandem, using their maneuverability to the fullest to obliterate the targets. As our targets today, we will be using previous model tanks that have been decommissioned from service. Autopilot functionality will allow them to evade and return fire, but they've only been armed with paint bullets. However, all other regiments taking part in today's exercise have been equipped with live ammunition.
So you intend to actually destroy the other tanks?
It would hardly be a live fire exercise if we didn't. Yet, the current time is 14,000 hours, right on schedule.
We're about to watch these tanks get just disintegrated, aren't we?
We'll now begin today's joint military exercise. Armored Divisions 4 and 5 commence combat operations. Glory to the Empire and the Imperial Army. Begin!
Yes, sir!
5th Armored Division. An Armored Regiment will advance first. Armored Car Regiment and Infantry Regiment follow their lead. 4th Armored Division. Armored Regiment and Infantry Regiment advance together. Armored Car Regiment deploy to the left and right.
Here they come! Incoming! Yeah, that's just dead. Wow. They are just gone. They didn't stand up like a single puff of smoke a chance. They're just gone.
Wow. It's certainly potent. So this kind of firepower it takes to fight a modern war. You said those tanks are called Octans. Yeah, they're a type of main battle tank the Reinford Company developed 2 years ago. I've seen their spec sheets, but seeing their power firsthand tells you what numbers and decimal points don't. They might be the strongest heavy tanks on the continent.
Imperial Army's got a couple hundred of those in the wings, huh? That's kind of crazy.
You try fighting things like these head on, you won't stand a chance. That's as true for our own nations as it is for others.
I just can't get used to this. Just the sound of the artillery firing is enough to make me start shaking.
I don't think that's something you should get used to. I mean, if the sound of guns and warfare ever stopped bothering you, I'd be worried.
Green. I guess this is another kind of strength.
It feels like... Certain things make the other side of Reen try and cut him out. Violence in particular seems to be a big cause of it. Thus, the military exercise came to an end. The 4th Armored Division, led by Lieutenant General Craig, withdrew to an encampment near the fortress. Meanwhile, we returned to the fortress where Major Neidhart outlined the results of the training exercise. After that... Well... Cool.
Sorry you had to wait for us to finish.
Don't worry about it. We're the guests here after all.
Thank you for your consideration.
At the very least, I'd say dinner's a million times better than lunch was. I mean, it's hashed beef today.
That's an Imperial Army tradition, isn't it?
Ooh, just the smells making me hungry.
Oh yeah, where'd your instructor go? She's a real looker. I was hoping to get the chance to talk to her.
She went to see the fortress commander with Instructor Neidhart.
She did ask us to eat without her tonight.
All right, well, she's with Major Neidhart. Sorry I can be with those guys from the 4th Armored Division. It'd be enough they just had Craig and Egg the Red, but they've got the Major too, and he's kind of scary.
Like a division of musclemen.
Anyway, we shouldn't keep you tight any longer. Your Ashby's gonna go cold. See you tomorrow, guys.
Well, it at least looks better than the other food did.
Wow, it's actually delicious.
It actually looks good.
It's like night and day compared to what we had for lunch.
You're telling me.
Aw, come on, guys, with all the gloomy faces.
You think you guys might have had a bit too rosy of an outlook? What were you expecting to see out there?
Yeah, I'm sure you can understand at least a little of how we feel. It's like, has everything we've learned in our time at the Academy been for nothing?
Academics, the arts, individual skills, and combat. None of those matter in the slightest in real warfare, do they? It's true. If all you're looking to do is fight a war, you don't need any of those.
All you need is plenty of troops at your command, the latest weaponry, and overwhelming firepower. Assuming you know the tactics to use them and a strategy that employs them effectively, I suppose.
The accents are even more powerful than I was expecting them to be. I remember my mother boasting about their capabilities when she was trying to sell them to the army 2 years ago, but to be honest, I'm feeling somewhat disheartened as well. I can't see there being a place for swords on the battlefield with weapons like those on the front lines.
Well, I don't think that means individual combat skill doesn't matter at all.
Still, I think maybe we've been misunderstanding something important all this time. What we saw in that military exercise today was power in its purest form. It has no morality of its own. It exists to bring about a result, regardless of the ideals or principles of those who wield it.
That's true. In a sense, the same could be said of a sword or a gun. And all the way up to something as huge as Grelius railway guns, too.
I think I finally understand why they want us to watch that military exercise in the first place. They could have taught us in a less roundabout fashion.
Well, looks like you didn't wait for me to start the party.
Sarah? Yep. Figures. Instructor Sarah?
So you spoke with the commander? Sure did. I've got up-to-date info on the trade conference, too. As well as the latest on the terrorists. So there's new information about the Imperial Liberation Front. Anyway, before I get to that, let me explain what you'll be doing tomorrow. In the morning, you're scheduled to participate in the Imperial Army's physical fitness training. In the afternoon, you'll be attending a special lecture where I'll bring you up to speed on the info I just mentioned. After that, you've been granted special permission to view the railway guns. I see. Looking forward to that.
Sounds like we got a pretty packed schedule.
Well, we did bring you out all the way here, so we might as well make the most of it. Every nation possesses power in the form of a military, whether that military is large or small. Grelia Fortress just happens to have that power in a very striking, easy to understand form. As students of a military academy, you have an obligation to know the scale of the power. The Empire of Erebonia wields at present. A power you might one day be in charge of yourselves.
What?
Anyway, even a meeting that long couldn't keep me away from trying the famous hash beef rice. I've heard it's the only decent food they have around here, so I've been looking forward to this all day.
Nice. We should probably finish eating.
Yeah, though it's gotten a bit cold now.
Me, I'll go ask for seconds. Oh, use this. If you don't want the rest of yours, can I have it?
I'd sooner throw it away than give it to you. Stop pestering me, I swear to God. Please. I get the feeling things are not going to be going to the schedule that they have planned.
Okay, that should do it. Alright, that covers today's quota. Ew, I'm looking forward to a nice long bath. Well, you know, every time there's a military exercise coming up, the workload gets pretty crazy like this. Still, at least managing inventory's gotten a lot easier thanks to the Orbital Net. You got everything hooked up to the network over in Crossville, right? Wish the Empire would get on that a bit more. Think of the utility. Well, from the sound of it, you need special equipment to send signals through a wire connection to make use of it. Considering the size of the Empire, it's probably gonna be quite a while before it's a widespread thing here. Huh? An oil mail. It looks like it's from HQ. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. This right here's the problem with the Orbital Net. There's no such thing as off hours when they can just send you orders around the clock. Well, what's going on? So get this, they're planning on doing some extra exercise tomorrow. That means we gotta outfit 20 Octons with C units by tomorrow. 20! Seriously? Might as well start up another pot of coffee. We're in for an all-nighter for sure. Do we even have that many C units left? Actually, another lot came by freight just this evening. It's at to 20 if you can believe it. Guess we'll just have to get it done. Crap, at least let's take a shower. I'm gonna head down to the mess hall and grab some snacks. You want anything?
Why are we just... Why did we watch that? That was weird. Game, why are you having me save? Game? I'm very scared. I think this is the day that the prologue began at. Because I remember at least it being in August. Oh boy. How is this gonna all begin? Oh, here we are! The Corellia Fortress Crossbell stateside. I recognize that. Wow, it actually looks... It's kind of crazy looking at it in, like, this proper 3D form. We've only ever got to see it in the style that it was in Azure Zero. At last, after what seemed like enough adventure to fill a week, we reached the final day of our field study. Over in Crossbell State, they were busy preparing for today's keynote session at the trade conference. We spent the morning running through the Imperial Army's physical fitness program alongside some of the soldiers. And after completing it, no easy task I might add, we sat down to a lukewarm redux of yesterday's lunch. That afternoon, during our special military science lecture, we were presented with a confidential report on the terrorists. Here we go. The Imperial Liberation Front is in Crossbell?
That's right, or at least that's what the Intelligence Division believes. Looks like the unknown terrorist organization from the Calva Republic has turned up in Crossbell too. The situation over there is pretty touch and go right now. Oh no.
What are the authorities doing? Everything they can, naturally. However, operations are being handled solely by the Intelligence Division. They refuse to tell the Imperial Army anything, just that they have a trusted ally taking care of things.
Who does the Intelligence Division trust?
You gotta know something about this, right, Short Stack?
Well, I do, but I can't really tell you anything. I guess it's not breach of confidentiality to tell you that they're a really strong bunch, though.
That's still pretty vague.
Is she talking about the Red Constellation, then?
I got a few ideas. Anyway, there's not much point in us worrying about that right now. The bigger issue is that our terrorists of the hour, the Imperial Liberation Front, are a bigger crew than we thought. Big enough to be in possession of a state-of-the-art military airship, at least.
Seriously? An airship? Can we assume Reinfeld's is the manufacturer, then? Correct. Just how something that large found its way into the hands of insurgents is currently unknown. But it seems to be a high-speed model, different from the heavily armored types favored by the Imperial Army.
I bet it's from the RAF F-26 series. There are a number of different models within that series, though.
But if they have an airship, that means they're going to be a whole lot more difficult to catch, doesn't it?
That's exactly what it means. It's basically impossible to keep tabs on them as it is. With an airship in their position, there's no telling when or where they'll pop up next. That's quite worrying, especially since Prince Oliver is attending the conference. Tella's in the Crossbell right now.
Yeah. Damn, now you got me worrying.
Aw, take it easy. I don't think you have anything to worry about with Gramps and Lecter over there.
Or Olivier. Bro can use a gun. Bro can turn his loot into a freaking machine gun. I haven't forgotten his S-craft.
Well, that aside, if the terrorist attention is currently focused in Crossbell, does that mean the Empire is effectively safe right now?
You raise a good point, Laura.
They did target Princess Alphen during the Summer Festival last month.
It's possibly it's just faint. Maybe they're just wanting us to believe they're targeting the Chancellor. The Railway military police thought so too, which is why they increased security level here at home. The Emperor and everyone else connected to the Imperial family should be safe. They've also beefed up security anywhere that seems short-handed.
Huh. So, well prepared as ever, I see. At any rate, we finally uncovered some information on the terrorist identities, correct?
That's right, but once again, we have the intelligence division to thank for that.
If you turn your attention to the screen, please.
It's time to finally learn some more about him. There's Gideon. I know that face. G.
That's the man who kidnapped Princess Elfin and Elise in Heimdall. Not to mention he tried to start a war with Calvert in the Nord Highlands.
So who is he?
His full name is Michael Gideon. He used to be an assistant professor at the Imperial Academy in Heimdall.
Really? That man? A teacher? So an academic?
Right. His focus was political philosophy. 3 years ago, he was dismissed from his position due to his intense criticism of Chancellor Osborne's hardline policies. Oh, is the king laid off him on the road to terrorism? Well, it sounds like the actual reason he was let go was because he was handing out tracts and flyers in public. You'll find these kind of idealists at the heart of most terrorist groups, though. Seeding a group with their core ideology, they twist it to be even more militant and radical. Can't even reason with them either. Yeah, they just don't know when to give up.
Sounds like some other groups I know.
So, do we know anything about the others? We crossed paths with what I can only assume were 3 other key members of last month in Heimdall.
Yes, S, V, and C.
It seems they haven't been able to dig up much on these 3 yet. Their strongest lead right now is that V may have belonged to a Jaeger Corps.
Interesting.
He was towing around this machine gun that looked like it should have been mounted on a vehicle.
Yeah, he was... Yeah, bro was generally carrying a Gatling gun like it was a pistol.
You seem at all familiar to you, Fee? Not really. They're working on narrowing down the identity of S2, but it's too early to make any informed statements.
And then literally nothing on C because the dude's masked.
Real unknown is their leader, C.
Ah, the one in the visored helmet.
I heard he was able to go toe-to-toe with Rean, Lore, and Fee simultaneously.
I almost find that hard to believe. I don't. I imagine there are plenty of people in the Empire who could do so.
It goes without saying that the Radiant Blade Master could fend 3 of us off without much of a problem. But I bet Good Mirror and Shark Dressera and Major Nightheart could do it too.
I can't say for certain.
Huh, look at Mr. Mossy over here. The Major here is widely held to be one of the strongest up-and-coming officers in the entire army. I've heard people mention him right alongside Major Vander.
Laying it on a little thick today, aren't we?
Going by the family name, it seems safe to assume he's a practitioner of the Vander style of swordsmanship.
No doubt a relative of Lieutenant General Vander from Zendergate. Yeah. While I would question whether I can stand on equal footing with him, Major Vander is unquestionably strong. He was my classmate during my military academy years, and quite close to Prince Oliver as well.
Poor Vander.
In fact, he's in Crossbow right now, serving as the prince's bodyguard.
Whoa.
Well, that's reassuring to know.
Getting back to the point, it's not just C. We still know very little about their group as a whole. Even their source of funding is a mystery, so even if they are no-show in Crossbow, I doubt we've heard the last of them.
I believe they're working with Ouroboros, or at least, I think, if I remember correctly, it's Campanella that actually gives them the information so that they can properly attack Orcus Tower. Because Campanella's the one who hacks into the system to give the information of, like, layout and whatnot, so that it's easy for them to do what they can.
And call it coincidence or fate, but you've put the kibosh on their schemes twice now. It's entirely possible they come to hold a personal grudge against you, so be careful. Right.
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep that in mind. Oh yeah, your lives might be in danger. Eventually, the afternoon series of special lectures came to an end, and it was finally time to get a peek at Corellia Fortress's infamous railway guns. 1530. We're getting close, aren't we?
You'll now be shown to the area where the railway guns are housed. All of what you're about to see is highly classified. I presume you're aware of the protocol surrounding confidential intel.
Yes, Instructor.
I'm getting kind of nervous. Me too. Guys, it's just the railway guns. I've seen them before. They're nothing to get all excited over.
Ryan, this part of the field study isn't mandatory for you.
If you'd like to stay here and wait for us, that'd be more than okay. Jeez, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be the only one left behind. Honestly.
Excuse me a moment. This is Nightheart speaking. Yes, hello, Commander Walter. Wait, Weller wants to speak to me.
Why does Weller?
Of course, put him through. What could you possibly be calling me about at a time like this?
What? What's happening? Is this when they're being attacked?
Huh. Is taking a call from someone outside the fortress on Zarkus.
Sure looks that way.
Understood. We'll be on alert here as well. Yes. Right. Take care of that.
Did something happen in Crossbell?
I'm afraid so. A short while ago, the skyscraper where the conference is taking place came under attack by the Imperial Liberation Front.
Yep, it's begun.
The attack was carried out via airship. Fortunately, they were able to repel the terrorists, and Prince Oliver, Chancellor Osborne, and the others are unharmed. However, it's too early to tell if the danger has truly passed.
They really did attack the conference.
How foolish. That's not all, is it? Something else strange happened. What was it?
The terrorists were somehow able to gain access to the OrbitalNet and manipulate the shutters that partitioned the building. Furthermore, they had with them a force of mechanical monsters.
Archaisms.
I don't like the sounds of that. You found something like that in Legram, right?
Yeah, we ran into them on the highway there.
And he broke into the OrbitalNet. Major, how much of Corellia Fortress connects to the network?
Oh, crap!
At present, it's only used for inventory and equipment management by the maintenance staff.
Not good!
What was that?
A tremor.
It came from right below us.
Low. A hangar.
Not good! They have control of the equipment! Not good!
What the hell? The accidents!
What happened here? They just started moving. No one's inside. They just started moving on their own. The C unit start malfunctioning? No, they couldn't have.
What's a C unit?
It's an automatic control unit we put on vehicles that are going to serve as targets in military exercises. Also, C units end up attached to our most advanced tanks. That's why they showed us the email earlier. That actually wasn't part of that wasn't orders. That wasn't. Oh, it was a trap. And now, this is
really bad.
Going to assess the situation. I need you here to help fight the fires and assist the injured maintenance staff. Yes, sir. Please be careful out there.
Come on. Here it is. This is where the game began. Hey, stop! Stop!
This is crazy.
Hold on a minute. Are automatic control systems really capable of that level of advanced maneuvering?
No, they're definitely not. Our current technology isn't capable of anything nearly this advanced. If you were to apply the same tech used in the archaisms, it suddenly becomes a whole lot more possible.
Instructor, are you saying that the society might be involved in this?
Say it's looking more likely by the minute.
What are they?
What's their goal?
Isn't the proving ground we visited yesterday out that way?
Just what are they planning?
Go, go!
What in Hyros' name is going on out here? My unmanned tanks roving on blasting the hell out of the space on their own. Well, it seems that last night headquarters sent an order to the engineers to fit those tanks with C units. Preposterous! I gave no such order. Never mind that. Right now we need to focus on extinguishing the fires and quelling the confusion. Consider a request for assistance to the 4th Armored Division.
They're trying to tear it apart from the inside out, aren't they?
What should we do?
I can't see us being able to catch up with them without a horse, at the very least.
What's their goal? What are they trying to accomplish here? Where it is, they definitely have some kind of game plan.
We can't just stand aside and do nothing.
It's us.
Who?
Isn't it?
Leave it to us. Do not die. I swear to God. The Imperial Army 4th Armored Division. They might be able to actually push it back.
General, HQ surprised me of the situation. Leave these rogue tanks to us. We can't rule out the possibility that they're a diversion. I want you all to stay here. Understood, sir.
Thank you, General. Be careful, Dad.
You too, Elliot. 4th Armored Division, advance! Take out those out-of-control tanks by any means necessary! Our opponents are unmanned. There's no need to hold back. Yes, General. Get him! Charge!
Wow. Your dad's really something else, Elliot. I admit, he gets pretty cool when he takes charge like that.
No, it seems we no longer need to worry about those tanks at least.
But where are they after? That's the question of the hour, isn't it? We can't let our guard down just yet. Might I suggest we fall back to the fortress, Major?
A brilliant move. As we assess the level of damage inside. Hey, aren't those... What the... Huh? Airships! Not good. Imperial Liberation Front.
Whoa, there's 2 of them!
There's no way we could have known that they had an art force lying in wait.
Hanger!
Not good.
I think all this was going at the same time as Crossbell. This fortress was being torn apart from the inside out.
Do they seriously think they could reach an impregnable fortress?
They're just terrorists! Wipe them out! Right back at you!
Yep. Jesus! Here come the archaisms.
All right, let's get this party started then. We're headed straight for the left railway gun. If anyone gets in our way, fill them full of holes.
Are they trying to destroy the guns?
Yeah!
I have to assume that the other side has her.
What's the Imperial Liberation Front doing here?
I thought they were in Crossbell.
Well, that is the main attraction.
Yep.
Jeez.
They sure didn't put up much of a fight, did they?
Now I understand why we split up during the events of the
Our
prologue.
mission is to support Comrade G over in Crossbell. Our target is the right railway gun. Let's show him some beautiful fireworks, shall we?
Yes, ma'am!
Here we go. It's begun.
Oh, they're going for both the left and right wings. Shit!
It's the railway guns are after. No.
But I can't fire them at the trade commerce where the Chancellor is. If a shot from one of those railway guns hits that building, it'd be blown. They'd blow the place to smithereens.
That's what they're after? The situation has escalated far beyond the scope of your field study. I want you all to stand by here. No way.
We can't just stand idle while these insurgents run amok.
You won't take us with you, but then we'll take action ourselves.
Look, time's one luxury we don't have. I think it's best we have them help us. Listen up, we're going back into the fortress. Groups A and B, you're with me.
Let's do this. Septine calendar, 1204. Here we are. The prologue. Eastern edge of the Erebonian Empire. This is where the game began. Really a fortress, military training ground. They're even doing all the beginning stuff. Here it is. Yep, this is the prologue. We finally come all the way back.
It's no use! Can't even scratch them! What's happening? Who's in control of those things? Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division! We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig!
Get him! Go, go, go!
And if I remember correctly, we might actually get to play with Instructor Sarah here. Oh god, they're all dead.
Just think Garaboni was going through this much.
This is awful. What happened here?
Oh, terrible.
I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy, even making the tanks go haywire.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along, which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
They wouldn't. How low can they possibly sink?
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
Huh, this does look kind of bad.
You think?
Understatement of the year.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Green's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try.
Yeah.
I'm not about to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right. Green, you and the rest of Group A are with me.
On it.
Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Neidhart.
One group will secure the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation, with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot at the Academy. It's time to put that knowledge to the test. Understood!
Let's do it. Sarah joined the party. Number of support members is increased to 3. Now use Burst Link Attack. An attack on all enemies performed by 2 linked pairs, which consumes the bravery points you gain from their repeat assist attacks. You can now have 5 bravery points. So using 5, here's all the parties have normal statuses when activated. That's pretty handy. So, we're gonna go ahead and end it here for today. Yep. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later. Peace.